Oh, hello, brethren. Here in about an hour and a half or so, we start our Sukkot. This is going to be a high Sabbath, but I thought that what I would do is make one last video before we go outside for the next 8 days, 7 days, and, you know, clear up some misconceptions here. So, anyway, the great mystery. Now, notice what Paul says here, Romans 11:25. For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened unto Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles come in. Okay, you see this blindness in part has happened to Israel. You need to establish who this Israel is that he's speaking of. Okay, so a lot of people say they are the blood descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now, I posted a video earlier that lets you know that this is not speaking of the blood descendants. Now, the Messiah would come through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, hit their blood, right? The Messiah. So, but when Yeshua appeared, that we didn't need to even keep track of the genealogies anymore. But as far as Israel is concerned, okay, Israel, Jews, this is anybody. Now, anybody that obeys the commands of God and has the ministry of Yeshua is a part of Israel, okay? So let's go back and look at this. Leviticus 19, verse 33. And if a stranger sojourn with thee in your land, ye shall not vex him, but the stranger that dwelleth with you shall be unto you as one born among you. And thou shalt love him as thyself, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am Jehovah your God. Very interesting stuff going on here. So you got to understand the context with which Israel is spoken of here. Okay? Israel is supposed to be a religion for all the tribes, peoples, nations, and tongues of the earth. I don't want you to get offended whenever I say the Christians are the Antichrist. That organization is the Antichrist, but you are not. And therefore, that is why the Lord is calling you out, you see. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, because she did change the laws of God, stole the gospel from Israel, and created their own religion called a Christianity. That is a fact. That is what happened. We have overwhelming evidence that that's what happened. But now notice this, going back to Romans, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part has happened unto Israel. Like Israel didn't really know what was going on. The apostles, they knew it was the last time, but they didn't know necessarily the things that were going to take place. But notice he says, until the fullness of the Gentiles come in. See, the Gentiles come in to Israel. So now they are no longer considered Gentiles, but Israel, you see. Now notice the next line. And so all Israel shall be saved. As it is written, there shall come a deliverer out of Zion, the deliverer, and shall turn away the ungodliness from Jacob. Another term that we use to describe Israel, of course. Turn the ungodliness from Jacob. So there is this awakening happening. And the awakening is whether you're a Muslim, a Christian, and you wake up to this, right? You wake up and you see this, and you're like, listen, I believe in Jehovah. I believe the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. That's who I believe. You're that sojourner that has come into Israel, you see. And now it's time to leave. It's time to leave them organizations that do not observe God's commandments and his feasts. It's time to come out. It's time to be who you're supposed to be, a member of Israel. Israel. You need to tell. When somebody asks you who you are, what is your religion? You're a Jew. You're a Jew. See? The Gentiles, notice, the Gentiles come in and join Israel. See? The Gentiles, what are they coming into? They're coming into Israel. You see? These Gentiles, they can be considered Christians, Muslim, they could be Hindu, other types of pagan religions, right? But what do? They come in and make Israel. They fill Israel. And so, all Israel shall be saved. Everyone. You see, you're not considered a Gentile Jew or a Gentile is Israeli. You're not considered that. You just are considered Israel. Notice what the scripture says. He shall be unto you as one born among you. You see. So, come out of her. Come out of that Christian Antichrist religion. Come out of that Muslim Antichrist religion. Come out of that secular Judaism type of religion. And follow the Messiah, Yeshua. So, this is the message that I've been communicating to you, my fellow brethren. Not that I'm saying that you are Antichrist. I'm saying the organization, the one that has deceived you. You see, there's an awakening happening. The awakening that this blindness, spoken of in verse 25, this blindness, there's awakening happening right now to Israel. Who is Israel? Those called and chosen by Yeshua, by the Father, Jehovah. You see, they're being called to come into Israel from all the Gentiles. So I am not calling you Antichrist. I'm calling any religious organization other than Israel Jews. Obviously, they're the Antichrist. Okay? Much love. Shalom, shalom. Enjoy Sukkot, the Festival of Tabernacles. We got our tent set up. We're getting ready to go out there shortly. And we'll be staying out there for the next 7 days. All right. Much love. Bye-bye.